How to find online course ideas? Well, this is the subject of this video. Hey everyone, Maggiaro here, and on this channel I help online entrepreneurs and content creators stop getting distracted, stick to one business, earn more money, and fulfill their true potential. So if that sounds like you, subscribe by clicking the button below. So you want to start an online course. You have a passion, you have an expertise, there is something that you want to teach. Well, how can you find basically those content ideas and those course ideas? Because as you know, having basically a field of knowledge or a field of expertise doesn't necessarily means that it is easy to create an online course about. And before going further, please make sure to check out the PDF in the description, where I'm going to give you additional resources that I will not be able to mention in this video. So right now, basically, you have two solutions and you have two paths, basically. Okay, so let me lay out those paths here. So the first way is basically that you already have an audience, okay, which means that you may have an email list, you may have a YouTube channel, you may have like maybe a Facebook group, and basically there you have people who follow you, right? And so if you have, let's say, an existing audience, it's not that hard, right? What you should do basically right now is just basically observe and see what people are basically complaining about. So basically just check like the emails that you're getting, the comments you're seeing, and well, this may, if you see, for example, one specific topic that keeps popping up, one specific problem that keeps popping up, well, then this is a good indicator that you may create an online course about it, right? So this is one thing that you can use. The second thing is basically is asking, right? Is asking basically your audience, well, what do you struggle the most with blank, for example, if you are a productivity coach, or if you are an expert, for example, in photography and so on and so forth. Well, you can just basically ask, and those are basically the two methods if you already have an audience. And the tricky thing is that if you don't have an audience, so how do you do about that? Let's say you're just starting out, or you just have a field of knowledge or a field of expertise, and well, you don't have any knowledge, you're just new, and you're just starting out. So what do you do basically? Well, the first advice that I can give you here is basically check out what people already buy. And what do I mean by that? So basically look at basically the books on Amazon, right? So if you see, for example, that people want to learn how to make great black and white landscape photography on Amazon, well, the chances are, if they're already buying books, that they may also buy a course about that, right? So this is one thing. The other thing is you can basically check up on. I just write out forums. But basically, what I mean by forums is basically you can check out basically the comments you got on YouTube, the comments also you get on Amazon regarding one specific topic. And for example, especially if you can check, for example, the one, two, three star reviews, where you see people complaining that they were expecting getting basically or finding a specific solution to a specific problem, well, then same thing here. If you see that things come up again and again and again, then this may be a great indicator that you can create an online course about it, right? So yeah, so this is basically one advice that I can give you regarding to that. The second thing is basically see basically what people are buying, and the first thing was how see what people are buying. The second thing is that you can also make some basic research without looking what people are buying. But let's say if you see that, for example, a specific video or specific videos, specific topics keep popping up in your niche and get a lot of views, for example, on YouTube, well, this is also a great indicator. Same thing if you see, let's say, also like a lot of posts on Reddit or so on and so forth. Well, then this could be a great indicator that this can be a great online course opportunity, right? So, and once you've identified, let's say, the different course ideas, you're going to gather them, right? And you're going to come up with a list. And then what you have to do is basically, once you identify the problem, is basically the problems. Yes, basically what you're going to do, you're going to come up with a solution, right? You're going to come up with a solution based on your experience, your expertise, right? And yeah, and let's take an example. For example, if you are, let's say, if you're an expert in Photoshop, okay, so of course, creating like the ultimate guide on Photoshop, like with 30 plus hours, is not maybe the best thing to go, right? But what if you can just find some, let's say, some niche market inside this market, right? And so as I told you, first thing, look what people are buying. Check out other Photoshop courses that are doing well. Look at the common question in forums. Look on YouTube, the most watched videos on Photoshop. Or what you can also do, and this is like kind of really a ninja technique that I'm giving you right here, is try to isolate and take an approach of a target market that you want to serve. For example, what if you could basically make a Photoshop course only for, let's say, Amazon FBA sellers, or only for dropshippers, or only for bloggers, which means that those like for example, a blogger will not be as interested as, for example, for doing all this ninja stuff on Photoshop. What he wants to do is basically maybe have a quick workflow to basically be able to make basically his images for his blog post, how to illustrate his blog post. For example, if you make a Photoshop course for YouTubers, right? What do they want? They just want basically to knock out their thumbnails as quickly as possible, right? So this is what they want. Well, and by doing this, this is really a ninja technique, and yeah, by doing this, you can really knock out a lot of small courses and really go to the market very, very quickly, and yeah, be able really to crush it. So in the PDF that you're going to find in the description, okay, I've put a link to the PDF. I'm going to give you inside free tools that you can use to spot out good new market ideas. So yeah, this is in the PDF. By downloading the PDF, you're also going to subscribe to my daily email newsletter. So this is a newsletter for content creators to help them basically stick to one business, stop getting distracted, earn more money, and fulfill their true potential. So with that being said, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I see you inside the PDF that you can download in the description and inside your inbox starting from tomorrow. With that being said, I see you in the next one.